Guys, I want to tell you about something that happened to me today, and it's very, very important that you listen to what I have to say, because it might save your life. Your immortal soul, actually. Today, I met God. For real. I really did. I met Him in person today. I was all alone, out in the woods, by myself, with nobody else around me, when God appeared to me. And He really did, because I was by myself, and that's how He does things, because He showed up and nobody was around. And He called me by name, and He said that He had something that He wanted me to do. And I asked Him, who are you? And He said, I am He who is called I Am. And I said, you don't have to yell, dude. What's up? And He said, do not mock the Lord your God. But I don't worship you, I said. Point, He said. But I've chosen you. For what? I asked. I have a message that I want you to deliver. Why do you need me? Can't you just deliver the message? And He smote me. Right there on the spot. He smote me. And I said, okay, dude, look, if you hit me again, I'm going to get really mad. Now, just tell me what you want. I will tell you things, and you will write them down and deliver them to the people. And I said, okay, just stay off with the smoting, okay? That's not cool. I get carried away, he admitted, but that's okay, you know? I mean, he's probably got a tough job. But I said, I don't have anything to write with. How am I to write down what you say? And as proof of what I'm telling you is true, He gave me this pen. I am a real pen from God. I talk. You saw it. It talks on its own. That's not me, man. The pen does that on its own. It really does. I'm speechless. But He gave this to me. And He made me write down a list. I wrote it down. I wrote it down. And I memorized it. But He didn't want you to see it. He wanted me to see it, not you. So I got to see it, and I memorized it to give it to you. And I said, okay. And I grabbed He grabbed me. I grabbed the pen. And I said, okay, I'm ready to write. So before you hit me again, just tell me what it is you want me to say. And He said, 1. And I said, dude, I'm right here. You don't have to scream, really. It's giving me kind of a headache. Well, it used to work. Well, yeah, but I'm really not stupid. You really can just talk to me. It's all right. I mean, I don't know how you normally conduct business, but I'm a reasonable guy. Fear isn't the big message. Well, here is the first commandment, He said. And I said, okay, I'll write these down, and I'll tell them to people, I promise. And He said, thou shalt have none before anyone else. And I wrote this down. With me. And, okay, thou shalt have none before anybody. You mean, like, no gods before anybody else? And He said, no. None. Nobody is more important than anyone else. And I said, wow, that is different. And He told me further that nobody's more or less important than even Him. And I said, wow, that's really different. Have you been going to rehab, dude? And he muttered something under his breath. But then he said, 2. And I got ready to write. With me again. And I was ready to... The pen talks, man. How much more proof do you need? I got this, and I start writing this down. And it says... He says, thou shalt use reason and common sense, for it is given to you for a purpose. And as soon as I wrote that, He said, 3. In the volume, I said, sorry, He said. And then He said, be not a dick towards nature nor thine fellows. And I said, that sounds like a really good commandment. And he said, thank you, I'm rather proud of it. And so I got ready to write the fourth one. He was ready to write the fourth one. But God said, that's it. And I said, well, what do you mean that's it? I mean, didn't you give 10 before in the Bible? And then God told me, the Bible? Oh, that thing's not true. What do you mean it's not true? I mean, it's supposed to be your word. You wrote this. And he said, no, I didn't write this. I most certainly didn't write that. I'm tired of people telling this lie. I wrote some stuff on a rock, and Moses carried it down the hill, and he threw it down, and it broke. And I said, well, wasn't Moses just a made-up character anyway? And he said, okay, you got me. I didn't write any of it. They made it up, really. Yeah, there was no Moses either. Okay, well, did you really used to walk and talk among the people? I mean, didn't you used to, have a presence on earth? I mean, where have you been for the last 2,000 years? And he said, on vacation. Okay, where? Does God go on vacation? Call me Mike. Okay, Mike, where do you go on vacation? And he said, out. Okay, I'm not even going to ask, Mike, if that's okay with you. You wouldn't understand. And I said, you got that right. So, those are the commandments. Those are the new ones. And this is proof that I have seen God. God is real. And, yes, and he gave me to show it. And see, with the pen again, how do you deny the pen? You can't deny the pen. That is a pen from God. And I said, God, if it's okay, I would like to ask you some more questions. And he said, I know. I said, well, okay. Well, if you've been out for the last 2,000 years, things have really gone to hell around here. I mean, couldn't you have just, shown up and let us know that you're, really here and you really care? And he said, well, no, because I don't. It's not my job. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Jesus said that he came he was sent from you to save us all. And he said, I don't know this Jesus fellow. Well, he says he's your son. And he told me that he was really just doing that for, trying to, get some paternity suit made up so he could claim part of his estate. That's really all that was. And as far as all the miracles were concerned, he revealed unto me that very day, speaking in as loud a voice as he can, he revealed unto me that it was false. And all the things that he did were just parlor tricks and acupressure. And then the rest of it was just kind of made up by other people. And I said, so what are we really supposed to do? And he said that we'd already figured it out. We already knew. And I mean, you mean, treat each other decent and stuff? And he just smiled. I said, okay, I got another question, if you don't mind. You're all powerful, right? Yes, he said. And you know everything? Yes. Past, present, and future? Yes. But what about free will? I mean, if you already know everything that's going to happen before it happens to an intricate detail and exacting details, then the future's already written. What room for free will? And then he said, oh no, I haven't thought about that. And poof, he disappeared in a puff of logic. But he let me keep the pen. You got to keep me the pen. Fear the pen. He is a prophet.